Hello everyone, we are here with Pierre Levy, the greatest researcher about information and communication technologies. He has researched and written about cyberculture and how knowledge has been built in this digital culture. Hi Professor, it's a pleasure to meet you. And Professor, can we say that cyberculture is interaction that happen in the internet through the social media?
I would give a slightly different definition. Let's say, before the invention of writing, there was an oral culture. After the invention of writing, it was a written culture, a different kind of culture. And after the invention of the printing press, it was the modern times, with the scientific revolution, industrial revolution, the modern democracies, the newspapers, and so on. So it's a new world, a new culture. So for me, what I call the cyberculture at the end of the 90s was the kind of civilization, the kind of culture that will emerge based on the digital medium. So it's much more than what's happening in Facebook, okay? It's the general change in industries, in research, in education, in political systems, and so on. So all the different spheres of the social life will be affected by this new medium and will transform deeply.
And you also talked about collective intelligence, right? And this collective intelligence could be all the information that is shared in the internet or existed before this.
Okay, collective intelligence is a cognitive process that happens not only at the individual level, but at the social level. So obviously it existed before the internet. So what is new with the internet is a kind of empowerment of the human collective intelligence. And again, I will speak about this empowerment at the time of the invention of writing, at the time of the invention of the printing press or the electronic media, and now you have this new communication space where all the information are interconnected, are ubiquitous, and everybody can write and read. So the whole situation of human communication has changed, and this empowers our cognitive processes, our memory processes, obviously, but also our ability to coordinate, our ability to learn, our ability to perceive or to observe what's happening everywhere in the world, and so on. So all the aspects of social cognition are empowered. This is the new collective intelligence.
And Professor, the last one, I promise, but your first writes are from 80s, right? And almost 20 years late, continue up to date. When or how these studies start?
Okay, I will give you my secrets. It's very simple to express, but very difficult to do. First, I never believe the media. Okay. The media are always misleading. At the beginning of computer science, for example, they were all speaking about artificial intelligence. And as we can see now, it leads nowhere. Okay? The important thing was augmented intelligence or collective intelligence. There were people who were doing research on this, but the media were not interested. At the invention of the internet, at the beginning of the global communication, all the media said, "Oh, it's terrible. We are going to stay alone in front of our computer. It's the end of society." And it is just the opposite that happened. Much more social contact, much more communication, in fact. And also, when I was speaking positively about the internet, the journalists all said, the internet, it's a plot of American imperialism, and it is used by the mafia, the terrorists, and for infantile pornography. So for them, it was horrible, the internet, you know. So everything that they say is not true. What you have to do is to compare what's happening now with what happened in the past in terms of general evolution of the culture and the civilization. And you have to understand the very important role of intellectual technologies and medias in the history of mankind. Also, I studied cognitive science. In fact, I have always been very interested by traditions, the way the human memory transmits from one generation to the other. And I think that it's the right angle to understand what is happening now and what will happen in the future.
I will follow these steps. Maybe I will become a genius as you are. Thank you so much, Professor.